Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be closing out my April monthly budget. So we're going to jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and on here I do all things budgeting. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we are going to jump on into the numbers and talk about how the month of April went, okay? So first I had my income. So we did have two incomes. We only budgeted my income, but my husband actually ended up having income coming in. So he put in 2247 this month. I did 2500. We had $65.03, and that was for my over budget, and 5603. Maybe that should have said 6503, y'all. So let's go and fix that here while we're there. But we were over in groceries for the month of March by $65.03. So we added that to the account to cover off that deficit. And then we had $515.09 that came from savings and interest. And just so you guys can see the breakdown of that, I had $20 that went to savings challenges, $19.77 that went to my emergency fund, 3 cents that came from my smart financial savings for our rainy day, 29 cents from our future savings from Capital One. And then for sinking funds, that's what SC is. There will be $30 going to spending, $50 that went to health, $75 that went to entertainment, $250 that went to house maintenance, and $70 that went to dues. Okay. And then we did get our taxes back. We got a tax refund of $5,410.05. So our total income that we received for the month of April was $10,737.17. Now we're going to work our way down to the debt. Our mortgage was the same at 2240.49. Discover got $100. I actually ended up not paying the water treatment. It came out of my husband's account. I need to make sure that I write in my notes to go ahead and change that account. So for May, we are covering that bill. Down to our fixed expenses, daycare came out as budgeted at $997. Gas was over by $14.77. Our utilities, which is our water, trash, sewer, and our exorbitant tax fees, was over by $3.22. Um, Everything else was the same, and then our electric was over by $3.06. So we budgeted 1503.77, but we ended up spending $1,524.82. Okay, now we're going to move over to our spending accounts. So here in our spending accounts, we had groceries. We ended up putting $365.03, which gave us $300 to spend for the month of April. I ended up spending $296.64 for the month. So we stayed under budget there. So we have an ending balance of $3.36. For gas, we had $3.97. I put 230 in there, and we ended up spending $253.02 for the month of April. So we were over by $19.05. We next had household. We started off with $63.93. We added 150, and we spent $233.23. Oh, oh, okay, 233.23. So that left us at negative $19.30. Spending was at $85.90. We added $20 and we spent $94. Excuse me, y'all. I think, did I already say we started off with $85.90, added 20, and we spent $94.19 out of spending. It was a spendy month, y'all. It was a spendy month. And so we're left with $11.72. And then we didn't budget anything for eating out, but we did spend $12.32 for eating out. So that left us with a few dollars, and it was actually $5.40. Now, if you're new to my channel, I actually do a cashless envelope system. So I use credit cards, and then each week I reconcile my budget and pay this back. So even though you see that I have like negative numbers here, I'm not negative my bank account. That means that there was an overage on the credit card that I did not pay out of this allotted money. But each month I take it either out of the household budget or out of my personal budget, and I cover those expenses, and we start fresh each month. So technically, we started off, or we'll just say this is with the negative number, $106.49. I actually put $765.03, and we spent 800 Sorry, y'all, $889.40. And it says that our account is negative $17.88. But yeah, y'all. So these will get paid off in gas and household, and you'll see that covered in May's budget. Now we are going to scroll down to our sinking funds. All right. So let's talk about all the things, okay? So entertainment started off at 1568, and we actually put $80, and that was because the breakdown for this was I put $5 regularly out of sinking funds, and $75 came from my savings challenge. So now we have $95.68, and nothing was spent. For car insurance, I put $210 in there. Ooh, sorry, y'all. $210 in there, and now we have $466 for car maintenance. We started off at $60.01. We put $20 in there, but I ended up getting my car washed earlier on in April. And so I spent $39.23 for that. It needed it, y'all. It needed a deep clean inside and outside. And I was very much so happy. Next was pets, you guys. We started off at 74.01 and we added $6. I have some sad news, you guys. I didn't think it would hit me this bad, but on when am I doing this video? On Tuesday, we had to put our youngest bearded dragon. We had to bury him, y'all. He pretty much died whenever we got home. A couple of years ago, he actually broke his back. We took him to the vet, and there wasn't much that he could do, but we were still like treating him with like calcium and stuff to build back like his bones and stuff like that. And he was thriving, he was doing well, and I don't know, the last like week or two, like things just started to change, and yeah, y'all, he passed away, and we buried him in our backyard. So now we're down to just one dragon. The house feels weird. We haven't gotten rid of like his cage or anything like that. So we're gonna need to do that soon because it kills me every time I walk like into our kitchen and I look over there and I just like expect him to be there. So yeah, y'all. So now we're down to one dragon. So we have $80 in here for pets. Next is going to be health. We started off with $71.15. We added $60 because I put $10 in for our regular sinking funds, and then we had a savings challenge of 50 that went into there that I completed, and then we spent $9.25, and that was for some Motrin that we needed to get for baby girl. So we're ending off with $121.90, which makes me feel good because I like for us to have money in our sinking funds so that we don't have to be on the struggle bus. Next is going to be home maintenance. We started off with 50 cents. I put $50 in there with our regular sinking funds, and then we completed our like plants savings challenge, which was $250. So we now have $350 going into May for home maintenance, which for sure makes me feel absolutely awesome. Next is subscriptions. We start off at $88.88. We added $220. We did have $70 of that come from a savings challenge, and now we're at $308.88. And that also makes me feel really good because that means I have enough money in our subscriptions to cover Baby Girls Love Every Kit when it gets here in May. Next is going to be a rainy day. We had $10.03 because 3 cents came from the interest it earned in that credit union account. We are down to 140.07, or we're up to 140.07 in rainy day. Emergency fund, we have $303.77. $19.77 came from interest over the last couple of months. I finally moved that money over. So we are now up to $947.72 in our emergency fund, y'all. Finally, we are getting somewhere, y'all. Next is future. This is in our Capital One savings account. And so we had 29 cents from interest and we added $8. So we're now at $60.77. Baby girl got her $8. She's now at 57, and then taxes got $6 and it's now at $110. And we put $261 out of the actual household account towards savings challenges, you guys. So we started off, once again, our income was $10,737.17. And we are left with in the account $4,613.74. Now, we do a zero-based budget. The reason that y'all see this extra money was because this money is now added on to the money from April that was left over. And just roughly, this is 4613 plus 2104 from April. That puts us at about like $6,700 that we are now a full 1 month ahead in our checking account, y'all. It feels so good when I go into the account and I actually see money in there and I can just pay my bills and not try to figure out like, okay, with just this check, like what's going to happen with this check, what's going to happen. The money can just get put into the account and I don't have to worry about when it goes in as long as it goes in. So we are now fully 1 month ahead. And then going forward, May, you won't really see it too much, but starting in June, you will only see me just budget out our actual income. And I will not include that $6,000 because that money is just there. So, y'all, that is it for the month of April. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys really quickly what I was able to accomplish in the month of April with all of my goals. Here, really quickly, this is my dashboard and show you guys that all of the bills were paid. I do want to go over here really quickly to show you guys the breakdown of my funds. So $22 went towards debt. 14% of my income went to fixed expenses. I feel like I'm missing something. Y'all, I take that back. I forgot to add something on here. So there was, I think it's $209.59 that I did not add into my budget. And I'm adding it as we're like talking because I totally forgot to add that. That was for all of the unbudgeted items that I had spent in my regular budget. That just wasn't budgeted for. So that actually brings me down to $43.54, which is so stinking weird because now the amount is not adding up. We're going to have to go back and relook at this and why those numbers aren't adding up. I'm pretty sure I just wrote something incorrectly. But we'll come back to that. But the numbers are right, y'all. The numbers is right. So, so 14% went to fixed expenses, 7% went to our spending accounts, 11% went to sinking funds and savings, 261 went to savings challenges. The 209.59 was 2% of unbudget. And so altogether, I put 58% of our income towards our bills. So that was a total of $6,333.02. This says 4404 on my, I have to look because all of the numbers that I took came from here. So I'll just need to double check where the money wasn't adding up, y'all. But it left me with around 42% of my income left to roll over. Okay. Now, we're going to go here first, I think, really quickly. So for my April goals, one of them was to declutter. I don't even know if I want to say, well, I wasn't very specific on declutter. It just says declutter, and I actually did declutter. I cleaned out my drawers and my master bedroom and closet. I wanted to do more, but April just wasn't Aprilin for me. Next was get back to being active, walking a mile. I did not do that for whatever reason, y'all. All of a sudden, I cannot wake up in the mornings to be up by 5 o'clock so I can walk, shower, and get dressed and then get baby girl up. So I'm going to work on that because I am going to be participating in Tara's Move Your Body May. So we're going to work on that. And then I wanted to complete a savings challenge, which I was so able to do. So 2 out of 3, not terrible, but not great either. And then I did have some other things that I wanted to quickly, fix as well. So see, I have the breakdown over here, y'all, of everything, and it should be 4404.15. So I'll need to check on here why it's not that. But I wanted to build a breakfast meal plan. I kind of did. I'm going to just put this right here because I did it for 2 weeks. And then the last week I did not do anything. It says doctor's appointment. Did I have a doctor's appointment in April? I actually did. April feels so long, but I did have my doctor's appointment, my checkup on my back. I wanted to drop 5 pounds. I did not do that. I did 2 pounds. It's better than nothing, but yeah. And then the last was to track my spending on my calendar, which I did as well, y'all, because y'all know that I've been doing my weekly check-ins with y'all, and I have been writing everything down on here. So I'm going to say that my April month closeout, or my April month was 50-50. I did enough, but then I also don't feel like I really accomplished a lot either. This is me. I ended up, spending miscellaneous money and things like that I didn't want to do. And yeah, y'all. Yeah. So that is what happened. But April is over. We're heading into May. And I'm going to see what May brings me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. And I will see you guys in the next one.